That's the reason I said it. So I was just sitting there like, there's nothing wrong. That was not sharp. That's the reason I. That was I mean, it is, but it isn't. Actually, I would have told y'all that the Chinese games are, because they literally go straight to it. So like, the fact of the matter is that the Korean games are covered. That's the reason I said I was told you guys gonna know. I was like, that's the reason. That's the main reason I took it to
Being too popular can be such a hassle. Who knew the people would adore me so much?
And sometimes it really gets like, I'm not, it really gets like, I'm not even, because it's not like nobody else can, it just sometimes, it really gets like, you can really just enjoy it. Okay, okay. Because it can just, I'm contactless and I'm making contact. It's just, it's something that is just like, it's so, it flows easier to me. He has to get coordinated for my team specifically, in that specific moment. That was the reason I was attempting to say it. Because I was just like, I hate doing it, but like, it's just in those specific scenarios.
Tea parties are a must for the well-mannered.
Obviously.
If you'd like to learn the proper etiquette, I'd be happy to teach you.
The reason I hate it, because Josiah didn't technically falls last. I just say Amir falls last and treat Amir like shit. But in all actuality, you'd be like, nah, Josiah falls last. Because it's just like too OP to be too OP. So it would have realistically just been like, I watched this nigga train for the Olympics, and like I would have told him, like I signed him up for an automatic auto clear. Real shit. That was just like, that's realistically just it. So it was just like, I'd be like, sometimes like, so, cause like I feel like at portions it would still like portions of it would still be like wild super fun. That was the reason I said it. Cause I was just like, he's just like kind of angry that he kind of did shit without our permission, knowing that he may have potential. Yeah, just does may have. On the other hand, I'd be like, look like that bitch, I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna lie. God, I just don't have the time for that shit. I was dead at it. Like, yeah, because it's just like you're not even wanting to. Sometimes it just takes, it's just like a spiritual thing. It's just like, I don't feel necessary.
Boring! Isn't there anything else more interesting to do?
Oh, this is my shit. I was telling you.
Being too popular can be such a hassle. Who knew the people would adore me so much?
Yeah, see, this is the show talk about yeah, that's the reason I said it. I didn't want him to not do it. Because I specifically was saying that like this type of like
boring. Isn't there anything else more interesting to do?
So you're gonna end up screwing yourself real quick because you have to write things. I did not say that was to say you gotta have to
Error.
is that it just died out the color. So sometimes it alters the audio. I guess it's the best thing to do. But yeah, that's like yeah, it's just like yeah, I genuinely I have to say that yeah, because I was just sitting there like it was just more so just like it was just kind of like it was like backstory, but like I was just sitting there like making like those consistence because like it was also shit like that. It was just like oh like you really fuck with my NPC Miles Morales, show me some shit like that, and like I would change my entire sentence and shit because like I've seen the shit that and I've liked the shit that you saw, and I like so I think because excuse me, but I'll do it, but don't expect.
Tea parties are a must for the well-mannered.
No, I
If
know
you'd
I
like to
told you.
learn the proper etiquette, I'd be happy to teach you.
What? What are you doing? How about the not have the fucking hand? What is this shit? What about this shit? What is this shit? What the fuck? See, yo, cause
Boring! Isn't there anything else more interesting to do?
Now, cause this shit just fucking does this shit. I'll be trying to sit here like, I'm not doing this.
Being too popular can be such a hassle. Who knew the people would adore me so much? Tea parties are a must for the well-mannered. If you'd like to learn the proper etiquette, I'd be happy to teach you.
I was like, there's no fucking way, bro. I was like, oh, hell no. He was like, man's on a mission. Man's on a mission. But yeah, oh my god. Yeah, women, this is my possession shredder. And the guy went in there, man. I'm like, no, please, let me get it out, please. I'm like, bro, no, because he be coming in, he don't know, let me come, let me. No, because he really folded his Zoro suit. How did he fold in his Zoro suit? Zoro literally went back, doubled down, and pretty much could cause those fucking restarts. Donnie had to look and be like, well, buckle down. Like, he wasn't, it came to a point where it's just like, Zoro would have carried him the entire way just to have a twin point, you know? And it would have been like under Zoro's protection. So at some point, like, everything around
Boring! Isn't there anything else more interesting interesting to
It's like,
do.
it'll be like you're still down there, but like I don't actually hate you. I see you. So it'll just be like it'll be like some of those would probably be like the hardest things. It'd be like watching the story and that's what insane. Game show. Until you actually get it's just me personally. I mean, nothing really. It was just like, yo, oh, I'm sorry. No, he just pretty much just ended up choosing. Like he pretty much buckled down and kind of like the shame. Like, it was just more so like Zoro tried to attempt to do it against I just wanted to say it's not that Zoro killed him. So yeah, everybody, somebody had it.
Being too popular can be such a hassle. Who knew the people would adore me so much?
And she turns to a fucking whore. Yo, some bitches be strong. Like, how can she be a whore? Not me! I'll be laughing my ass off. I'm like, what is going on right now? Because sometimes bitches just do shit to really fucking yell and scream about it. I don't even be angry. I just be letting that shit rock. I'll be sitting here like, yo, you really want to yell and scream? Alright, cool. Go ahead. Use it.
Tea parties are a must for the well-mannered. If you'd like to learn the proper etiquette, I'd be happy to teach you.
Fuck! Damn it! Such a core. And then can I get a debauch? Yeah, it's a whole lot of fuckery, I promise. Cause you can just hear that shit. I mean, there's just nothing but speak straight enemy patterns. That's dead ass all this nigga does, yo. He dead ass straight speaks enemy patterns. That's it. He speaks in straight tongue. You got a bitch that prays this and speaks in tongues. I throw that shit back and I fucking
Being
asshole.
too popular can be such a hassle. Who knew the people would adore me so much?
Yeah, fuck! I'm not done. I'm not in. Well, I told y'all. You see the heaviness on this shit? This shit is hefty as hell. Fuck, slut. I be saying. I mean, I can run this team. It's only because Gene's on this team that he fucking wins this team. I'm gonna put that up. Obviously. Obviously. Oh shit. Oh, that's what I would have told y'all. No, Persian's gone. Yeah. I mean, not really, but I would say it's more so like, ew. Fuck! Yeah, it's like, yo, what? Thank you. So, like, I'm not the only one that just noticed that Genshin just feels so heavy.
We're way behind schedule.
Bro, and no, yo, it feels so heavy. Yeah, bro. Hold on. Let me adjust this camera sensitivity. Oh shoot. Hold on. Party settings. Party type. Close party. Back me.
Yeah. I be sitting here like, yeah, 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 yeah. But yeah, I'm sitting here like, let me pump this camera sensitivity. Cause I'm sitting here like, uh, oh woo, motion sensor. Uh, um, hold on. I'll be sitting there like, yo, cause that's just the way I feel. This is the way I feel. It's okay. It's okay. It's cause I'm trying to turn a motion sensor on. I don't actually know what it does. It's actually like the main thing. Yeah, cause like my whole thing was the fact that like, yeah, my whole thing in general towards like all of this was more so the fact that like I just kept, yeah, I mean, yeah, I kept pretty much seeing visions and having daydreams that like shit just would happen and I would just be so fucking lost. You know what I mean? Like I would genuinely be lost as fuck because I'd be sitting here like, how the like why is this shit actually in my fucking like, you know, why is this in my head? You know what I mean? Like, cause like it's
Hi,
just
Mom, coming in. Hi, Mom, coming in. Is this level okay? Can you hear me, Mom?
yeah. I was sitting here, I'm just be like, yo, like I don't really, I just don't, I don't fuck. I hate myself. Yeah, I just more so just don't really know like what to believe and what not to believe. Cause as I kind of go, oh my bad. Okay, so yeah, the thing was is that like I kept having dreams and visions of shit and daydreams of shit and just thoughts of shit that just come to my mind. And I'm not really in control of the thoughts. They just literally flood my fucking mind. So like it just got so weird that I'm like I hate having them because they bother me while I'm trying to do things on a day-to-day basis. And it also made my interactions with people weird. And it almost kind of felt off. That I'm like I want to try to talk to this person like they're a regular person, and it's just like no one really wanted to talk to me like I was a regular person. Not like I was a regular person, not like they was a regular person, but like it was like my thoughts themselves like weren't my own. You know what I mean? So it was just like I didn't know if I was projecting my thoughts or if my thoughts were being projected towards me. So I just sat down, I just kept listening to my thoughts and then like observing my dreams and observing my daydreams, observing my visions and then observing like the world around me. And like sometimes it's just like people actually react to like, you know, like it'd be people that would react to the shit I would attempt to do to them. Like, while it was just like, oh, like, I had a dream that, what the hell? Fuck. I had a dream that, like, pretty much, like, Priscilla was just like, no, I was on a, no. I be having, like, it just be, like, shit that come to mind. And it'll just be like, oh, like, I should, like, cause it'll be like, all right, so it'll be like one day, it'll be like, I'm sitting down, and it was just like, I'm kind of just like, I'm in like Houston. Abigail's technically alive at this point. Priscilla pulls up, and like, prior to Priscilla pulling up, I mean, I type knew it was the weekend. She occasionally, like, Priscilla occasionally comes on the weekend, but like, I was just sitting there, and then I'm like, I'm getting these thoughts of Priscilla. And then it's just like, it just comes to me, and they're usually sexual. And then sometimes they're like really playful and they're comic, but it's just literally like I'm constantly having conversations with Priscilla. And then it gets to a point that it's just like, Priscilla would come and do something. And it'll be like, she'd be like, I want a husband, I want a son, I want this, I want that. And I'd be sitting here like, that's kind of crazy. I was like, I kind of just look at it and my thought process of that. But it'll be done, and she'll say it to someone else, and it'll just like, and then the other person will then come and bring it to me, if it wasn't clear that I was already there. Like, she said it to Precious, and Precious said it to me just randomly, but she said it aloud. She more so said it aloud around self, so like around myself. So I'm just kind of sitting here, or just around self in general. So I'm just kind of sitting here. I'm just like, it is what it is. But then, like, I had another thought, and I was just like, pretty much, I was like, I wanted to see that ass in jeans. I am not even gonna lie. And then she pulled up in jeans. I was just like, that's kind of crazy. And then it would be shit that is just like, then or Shaquana would be there, and Shaquana would then take a picture of her booty, and then show it to me, and that shit looks absolutely blown the fuck up. I look at that shit like, what the fuck? Like, I think Benjamin, that shit look like a fucking muscle bicep. It looks some shit like that. But like, it was just more so the fact that like, it was just weird that sometimes just like the thoughts that I have would just start to manifest and play out in actuality the way that they were. And even with like Priscilla, like sometimes I would be like, I would just want to have like a relationship with Priscilla. Cause like I like her character I like her character, so I was like, I would try to press to have like a conversation with Priscilla, but sometimes like if I don't really like apply the shit that like I conversate or I listen to and conversate and listen to within my own thoughts to Priscilla, she kind of like zones and shuts me out. You know, she'll just like talk to somebody else or like go do some other shit. Like it would just be like, that should be so annoying to me. And it would literally like, it'd be like she's bullying, it'd be like Priscilla bully me into being like, okay, like in my thought process, I'll just be like, all right, well, I'm gonna like talk to her about like the job I just got at Chipotle, and like, you know, like there was a hurricane the other day, and some shit, and like I would get to her, and then she'd be like, Priscilla would be like, so how was Chipotle? And I would be like, I was just like, I mean, I got the job, and like, it's been cool. And then she would hit me, and then Priscilla would hit me with the like, you know, we got a hurricane recently, right? And I'd just be sitting there looking at Priscilla like dead in her face, cause I'm just like, yeah, I had to walk through it. That shit had me like drenched and shit. And Priscilla would be like, why don't you ask for a ride, or why don't you call for a ride, or something like that, like, you know. And it'd just be shit like that I'll be sitting there like. And then a lot of times, like, Priscilla does talk in, like, innuendos. And then, like, she'll give verbal and non-verbal hints that it's just, like, I know exactly the page that you're on. And it's just, like, or not exactly the page that you're on, but I'm getting to your page. Because, like, I'm further than I allow myself to mentally kind of... Sometimes that I allow myself to mentally have my thought processes. And other times that I'll actually allow myself to then express my thought processes. So it's just like, it's just kind of like, I don't, yeah, exactly, me personally too, also, I don't really like the way that I talk to like people around me. And it's just like it bothers me, and it kind of like mind boggles me, because it's just like I always talk to these people like I'm way younger than I am, and I don't like getting out of my body. It's like not out of my body, but just like out of the similar day-to-day routine that I have, because I'm growing at a steady pace, and people are talking to me as if I'm a bit older than like I was kind of projecting myself to be before. But I wasn't really projecting myself to be so young. It's just the fact that other people treat me like I'm mad young, so I just respond like I'm mad young and stupid, like, because like that's the reason some people be trying to come to like my cousin Tristan lecture. Like, he will dead ass look at me and like, yo, wake the fuck up, know who the fuck you are, and he'll pretty much just like hint the entire time like, yo, you're God, wake the fuck up. And I just be sitting here like, yo, like what? Because like not like what, but like it just be thought processes that I would have in my fucking head. But that's the reason I started having some more, and then I get visions, and then I start like getting stories in my head of like the race for God, or like some people just waking up and doing it and doing whatever the fuck they want, people with powers, shit on TV. It was so much of all of those things. And then like as I would be here, like everything around me would be as interactive as possible. And like sometimes it's just I'd be looking for it, and other times like it gives it to me, and sometimes I look for it, and other times it's just silent. And it's just like sometimes it's slightly bothersome, because then it's like it's not necessarily like it makes me feel alone, but it's just more so like it lets me know that something still be out there. So it's just like I don't necessarily know what to look for, so I try to gravitate everything into my direction. And in that same similar fashion, I try to just grow my mentality as much and as strong as possible. But for some reason, I don't feel like I'm mentally off the 4th day of my birth. And it bothers me because I'm 24 years old. And every day feels super fucking long, but also short as shit and compact as fuck. It's like a lot of it just keeps compounding on itself. I have so much to say, but I have way too many thoughts to unravel, because it's just more so the fact that like for some reason it just feels like I can't really go outside and just talk to people or just do shit. And my whole thing was the fact that like it be sometimes it gets real manipulative, where it's just like I may want shit or I know I need shit, and it's just like people around me would be like, yo, like I'm trying to give this to him, but it's just like, oh, like for some reason it has to go through a specific process. Like it has its own process for real. Like its own process is shit so annoying. Like sometimes I'll see people go through hoops after hoops after hoops to get me shit. Sometimes that like sometimes I ask Priscilla for some shit. She'll be like, you can ask me for like whatever. Like I'll always find a way to give it to you. But I ask Priscilla for some shit and she'll be like, nope. And then turn around 2 seconds later and I get a surprise gift from somebody else. And there's be shit like that that kind of like blows my shit, because like it's just like I would try to talk to people regularly, and it's like people don't understand me. It's like I'm just dead talking at this point. But that's the reason I kept saying there's a communication barrier, there's a communication issue, and I kept saying it, and they just kept throwing me in the psych ward and calling me crazy because I just smoke now, and or like I do shrooms, and then it's just like, and oftentimes it's just like I don't necessarily need them. I don't necessarily not need them, but I do enjoy myself while I have them. But in all actuality, I never ever felt like I should have put myself in a situation where life could have been detrimental for me, just because I've been attempting to build my life, just to like build my life, just on a foundational standpoint. Like I feel like it's kind of trash that way. Don't get me wrong. Like I do fully agree, and I do also like listen, because like I like the cues also, because it's just like just other me on the other side without even knowing this. Just the same way with my thoughts. It's like in agreement, hopefully, just on occasion. But yeah, because it's sometimes just to kind of give it like the chance to kind of like give you the response, right? Because now you hear that shit, because it's just like it's there, but it's not. It's like to try to prove that in a place that you already have preconceived notions of that prior to that, when people again, or the times that people would talk, or the time that someone would, or a time that an individual would pretty much like have technically something to say, right? See, I like that. Look at that synchronicities. But like something to say, it's just like you have a bunch of people that will actually tell them that, they're crazy or they're shutting down, and not everybody actually is looking to shut them down. Some people are actually going out of their way to like understand this person, because like it was just like it'd be no reason not to understand this person, like just because like this person is like literally attempting to talk to you doesn't mean that like you have to play
Next on the
stupid the
agenda.
entire time. And that was like kind of like my overarching like issue is that like sometimes I felt like people actually played stupid in my face. Because even Abigail, especially before she died, like that shit was so annoying. I kept genuinely having like she kept trying to like, she kept. It was just like she would like for me to do stupid fucked up shit in the crib, just so she could kind of like yell and like, kind of like NTR mom disciplined me into it. And I was just like, absolutely not. This shit's disgusting. Not with you. No, I just don't fuck with you, and like I don't fuck with you spiritually. So it's just like that shit is like annoying because there'd be a lot of people that I don't fuck with spiritually that technically go out of their way to come to me, and I was just like it was so annoying because for a long period of time it was just like the people that I do fuck with they just then come with the people that I don't fuck with, and the people that I don't fuck with like to buckle down with more people that I don't fuck with, and then occasionally cuck some people that I'm cool with, but that's just because I bring them over. It's not because they do, and then they work to kind of push them away. And then and I've noticed that all they want to do is start like, 'cause, like life around me will start to change, like the vibe switches, and then it feels like cameras are on and they're shooting like a movie scene that they feel like is going to work out, and like it's just the fact that people get loud, they start arguing, they want to start fighting, they just like they just want to do shit, and it's just like like you guys are arguing, and I'm like, do y'all hear yourselves? So I be trying to like shut it down, but then it's just like they look at me like I'm stupid. Because they don't fuck with me. And that's the reason I'll be like, I focus on my past self because my past brings me to my present. The future is just everything that you make in the past that you have in the present. The future just isn't even fucking existent. Like, to me, I don't give a fuck about your shit. But for me, personally, for self, the future, nada. Because some people will really think that they can kind of like threaten you with some shit, you know what I mean? Like, they feel like, you know, like, hey, like, you aren't going to really do shit to me. So, because of that, I'm going to do this moving forward to you. And I don't really like the mentality. Because, like, it's just that whole thing where people genuinely feel like, yo, because, like, you can't do what I can do, it just pretty much puts me in a position of power to abuse you the way that I want to. Because, like, that was, like, my entire thing. It was just, like, it just felt like genuinely people went out of their way, not only to abuse myself, and then so that other people around me saw that, it would just genuinely be, like, other people, like, I know, because I literally, in my thought process, Brandon was just like, yo, like, I see other people abuse you. Like Naheem, where it's just, like, literally, it's just, like, they kept pumping, like, that whole, like, oh, kill yourself thing, kill yourself, like, hurry up and die. You know, he kept pumping that into my head, and it got to a point where him and Karen was just pretty much just, like, they would just pretty much say in front of my face, like, yo, so what if I brought you to, like, the mountains and, like, we just, like, you know, pushed them off. And then they would, like, say to the rest of the group, like, everybody else knows, like, you know, what they're trying to say and do. But it's just like, nah, we don't fuck with it. But it's just like, you don't got no choice sooner or later. But that's the reason I be trying to say it. It's just like, and then sometimes they try to play stupid and try to just, like, laugh about it, because it's just like, Dominic will be like, oh, well, like, because I keep hearing shit in my head, and because people keep trying to, like, you know, come to me and get me to, like, grow up, evolve, and keep trying to talk to me in code, I've been like, it's like I should just pop up and start doing shit. But obviously, whatever they're used to is so different from, like, what I would apply. That's the reason it's just like, somebody go like, oh, you're supposed to be a king, you know, you're supposed to be like, you're supposed to be a god. You're supposed to be up here, like, you know, you get on stage, you got the king, you show the bling, you get your kingdom, like, you know, y'all go to spiritual warfare. It was supposed to be like some entire fucking like thing.
My lady
and
is
that's
feeling
like,
better now,
it's like where
so I'm
everybody just
accompanying
keeps
her
kind
for a
of
walk.
like, you know, smacking myself in the face with. But
You've
then even the
already
shit that
made my
people talk
father
about
a
online, like
reservation.
the algorithm, it just
guess
hits
I'm
so
just
hard.
used to calling you
It
my
just
lady.
genuinely got to a
Old
point
habits
that
die
I was
hard.
just like shit around me would move as I'm talking about it, or as I'm saying, it's just like this ghost
Yeah, I
or
might start
whatever. And it's
losing
just
my
like
edge
it's
if
a
I
set,
keep
and
being
it's
a
like it's a
bodyguard
movie
for the
set.
Homiyanis.
But like for me personally,
You know,
I kind of sit back and I'm
I are
just
fond
like,
of you, and I appreciate you very much.
oh, also I do have like other videos and
It
stuff like that.
wouldn't
So
be
I
a
can talk,
problem if
but
you wish
nonetheless.
to continue to be our bodyguard.
It was just more so the fact that like
I'm
if
not a
it's like a
woman that's
movie
easily
scene,
persuaded.
I'm
You
not
should know that by now,
necessarily
my
really
lady.
needs to just hop
When I
up
took
and
this
start
job,
trying to like
I'd
manipulate
already
people,
decided that I'd quit as soon as you recovered.
because like
It's time for
I'm
me
like,
to
there's
get back
other
out there
shit
and
that's
chase
going
that
on.
horizon.
I don't really know it.
So what do you
And it could have just been an entire thing that was set up. But on the other
I
end,
wanna
I don't
take a
look at it
risky
that
job
way because I
and
look
put
at
my
all the
body
shit
to
that
the
I
test
see and I'm
again.
just like, too much of it is too much. And I've already been too old and too far for this shit to just be some shit where it's just like, you know what? We think
I know. If I hadn't joined in that
it's
plan
time
with
to
you,
just
I
like
wouldn't
shed
have
the
come up with
curtain.
this
And then
idea.
other times, it's just
I
like,
guess I still get fired
it's
up by that
realistically, it
feeling
feels
of
like they don't
going
have no
all
choice.
out
Am I
fight.
right?
It made me realize
Because
that
that's the
I'm
reason
still
I
a
was saying it
mercenary
just
through
more
and
so
through.
felt like I was immersed and like
Life
it's
is
all
short,
in like
and
in
I'm
a
happy that I
universe
got to be a part
that
of that
like
operation.
people kind of view
But
as
the
like
whole
the
thing
main
also made
lobby.
me realize that there are
So
still
it was
many
just like
problems
people
in
just shoot
Samara.
movies in
And
other
as a
places
desert
and
dweller,
do other
I'm
things
still
and
not
then they
completely
use
ready to
the
settle down
power
on
that
the
they
side of
have
the
from
wall.
here to pump everything
I
that they have
remember a
going on
friend
over there.
and
That's
someone
a lot of
thank you on
interdimensional
message.
battles that are just
You mean
being
I'll hate
fought. That's the
them?
reason it's just like
I
they'll
didn't
say
expect him to still
spiritual
remember that.
warfare, but
I
like
thought he
it's
was
not really
joking.
like my God versus
We
your
just
God.
keep
This is
talking
stupid.
about how you
It's the
connected
worst
at
shit
the end.
ever imaginable.
Did he
In
tell you that
reality,
he
there should
suggested
only
I
just
come
be
work at the
one God.
academia?
And if there was a bunch of gods, and they were just like, oh well,
I heard
like
that
we need
Azar
a
and his
Kai to be
cronies fought
captain
for
of
power,
like the rest of
and
our
I'll hate
gods.
them told me that now
Like
is the
that's
time
just
to
something
find a
that they
job
would
in the
just go through.
academia.
And if they
But
wanted
only
to
if
fight
I
and
want
duke it
to.
out, I would have just been here and it'd be like, yo, like
Whoa.
freaking
I
like
didn't see you
Allah
being anything other
and
than a mercenary.
I don't fucking know any other god's name other than like the devil or
Me
God
neither.
or Jesus, shit like that.
But
They're
I
going
think
back
Tia
and
would
forth.
look great
Or like
dressed
they
up
about
as
to
a
start
scholar.
spiritual warfare. So it's just like
Forget
they got
about
their
it.
kingdom
I
and
wouldn't
say
last
they
10
got a
seconds
motherfucking
in
kingdom in
there.
Mexico and
I'll
they
hate
say they
them
got a
probably
motherfucking
just
kingdom
like
in
the way I
India.
worked and
And
knew
then
I'm
these
going to
two
fight.
countries go to war
So he
themselves.
suggested I find
But
some
like we
work in
don't
the
really see that
academia.
here. We just see a
But
bunch
you
of people,
know, if you
or
take
like
it up on
you
the
don't really
offer,
see that here.
sign
You
away
know,
and
like
actually agree to
for
maybe
everything
become
that's
a
around
contractor.
here, it's just more so
Because
just
you're
like yo, there's a bunch of
super
different
amazing.
religions. There's like spirituality.
The Matra have all the
There's a bunch
talent
of
they
different
need as long as
countries.
they have
There's a bunch of
Sino.
different laws.
I
There's a
prefer
bunch
to
of
be
different
free to
rules.
live however I
There's a bunch of
choose.
different standards
In
of
fact,
living.
I chose
There's a
this
bunch of
job from
different
the very start
presidencies.
because I
There's a
knew it'd
bunch
be
of
right up my
different
alley.
governments.
Even if
There's
the
like governments within
mercenary
governments. There's
facing all
governments
kinds
over
of
governments.
danger.
And it's
A
just
lion
like a
has
lot
to
of that
return
shit
to the
just
wild
kind of
sooner or
like I
later.
read this shit
If
and I
anything,
just look
being
like
your
this, like
bodyguard has
yeah,
been
like
unfamiliar
this
territory for
simulation or
me.
the simulator, or it's
I
not
don't
necessarily like
know
simulation,
where
like
to
simulation.
go.
It's more so like the world is
I'll
like to me,
respect your
it's just
decision.
building around
I'm glad to
itself
hear you
based
say
off
that.
of like kind of like my goal,
Come
my
on,
dream
no
of
need for the
being like
sad
I want to
face.
assist
It's
people.
not
'Cause
like
that
we'll
was just
never
my
meet
entire
again.
thing. I've always wanted to assist people.
Once the whole
And yes,
Dendro
and like me
Archon plan's
personally, I
settled,
have like
everything would
memories
seem
of like
to take a turn for
past
the better.
lives. I have
That makes me
information
happy
from
too.
like past lives. I have
But a peaceful
information
society
on
would
the way to
probably
move
mean less
forward,
demand for
even though I
mercenaries like
know
me.
that my life looks
Before
shitty,
long,
be that
I'll
as
be a
it may, I
dying
can
breed.
still go out
So I'd better
and
get to
like
work while I
interact
still
with the
can.
world like it's a fucking video game, and people will still respond to me like so.
Sound like you're leaving
Especially when I bring my phone out, or
Well,
especially when I do
no,
certain
not yet, at least.
mudras.
I
Like
promised
I
my
will
lady
always
I'd stick
just do
around
shit,
until
and then
next
people
week.
tend to react to me.
So, have you been
And then
to
people
war
do it
all
under
this
their
entire
breath. People
time,
shoot
right?
certain
We were
movie
wondering
scenes,
if
and
you
that
had
shit
received
kind
a
of just
letter
made me not
Oh,
necessarily feel
you
better.
were right
It
to
did,
us.
don't get me wrong. But at the same time, it wasn't like I was trying to force it. Sometimes I was just trying to prove it to myself. So that deep down inside of my heart, I wasn't
It was
getting so
probably
depressed,
sent to
and I
the
wasn't
inn
trying
that
to
we're
fight
staying
so
at.
much. But it was
My
just more
lady's
so the
been
fact that I
very
wanted to
energetic
talk out loud,
lately
but I wanted to
and
talk
keeps
to
taking
someone,
me
but I
on
wanted to
hikes,
say something, but I wanted
staying
to
out
someone
even
heard
into
it.
the night.
But it was just more so the
By the
fact that
time
I
we get
wanted to
back,
make
the
sure
receptionist
that my
is
efforts
usually off
in just
napping
sitting
off
here and
job.
pretending to be crazy for the
Right.
past couple of
And we
years
tend to leave
isn't
quite
just
early in the
all for
morning,
naught,
so
because it's just like,
the old
dang, I
man
feel like I
Denny
missed
is
out on thousands
also
of dollars
usually does
that I
it.
could have worked and then used just
So
to
what
get
do
my
you
anime
mean?
that I've been writing up and all my creativity
always
up and out. Because there's
I
just a
bet
lot
the
of
letters
what
at the
I've
reception
had.
desk.
I've had
I'll go
nothing but a
check
bunch of
later.
creativity that I wanted
No
to
wonder
write.
there was a
But then I go and I confide in people that be like Kyla Crest. That's the reason I like read Kyla Crest, because as soon as I started telling her
Sorry
about
to
my
make you
shit,
two come all the way
as
out
soon as I
here.
told her about everything right before I moved to North Carolina, she literally just cut me off and stopped talking to me. Like we would literally smoke, and then I would just tell her all about Soul. And like, then she just cut me off.
She was hoping you could come.
And that shit killed me. And then other times, a lot of shit that I do currently, I've seen people that were brought up prior to my time do like my dad's friend. Like I kind of like crack my neck and do shit like that. And then like he has a friend that literally does it. There's like a person that wrote a book and it's like called Soul, and they do shit and it's literally based off their lives and stuff like that. And that was just literally what I did. Like I was just like I have a thing. It's called Soul, and it's pretty much based off of my life. So it's just like I just started tweeting my shit and people that are especially close to me personally.
Do you happen to
So it was just like I started just to see that not only in myself,
The
but just
general
in the things that I
mantra
do. Like I
always
could
comes
literally
and goes
go
without a
sit
trace.
down and eat my
Normally
shit,
no one
and then
knows its
I'll go on
whereabouts.
YouTube, and then like I get a short, and somebody's literally
But
going
last time
calling
we met,
somebody
you
shit face,
mentioned that
shit
you
face,
had
shit
something
face,
to do
and
in
then
our
just like
village.
it just be mad
You
shit
can
like
try
that.
your luck there.
And I just be sitting there
As
like
for
I'm not
Ramon,
even
your
angry.
guess
I'm
is
just
as good
looking.
as
Like,
mine.
sometimes I'll laugh and I'll
I
be like,
only
it's
remember
cool
he said that he
because
had
it's just like it
something
doesn't
to
matter
discuss
what
with
I
Sino.
do. If I
You
do
can ask
something,
Sino, don't
I can
mention
go
it. You
literally
better get
on the
going.
net and it will apply itself to my life. And I think it's cool. And I just be like, I'm not really angry. I'm not really mad. And if it's just like that's what people call the movie, then it is what it is. I'm just going to keep trying to press on forward. Just kind of like a regular ass nigga, sadly enough. Because like I'm not trying to do something spectacular. Not that I don't believe that doing spectacular shit is fathomable. It's just more so just like time and place. I don't even know the power system for this world. I don't know why this world is even the way it is. Some people communicate with me and other people don't. And then some people that communicate with me are people that I genuinely don't want in my life. And those are the people that communicate with me the most. And that shit is just like, I don't understand why they're so close in line to talk to me in my fucking life. You know what I mean? Like, that shit is annoying. Cause I don't like talking to Justice. I don't like talking to Joey. I don't like talking to Auntie Ricky. I don't like talking to Nisha. I don't like talking to Tarnisha. I don't like talking to... I ate her pussy on her period and that was it. And then I tried to fuck her and my dick got weak. I couldn't even put my dick in. My dick just got so fucking limp. And then literally like right afterwards, I went in the bathroom and I watched porn. My shit started getting hard. I was beating my shit. My shit started getting hard. I got in there. I started beating my shit. My shit started getting hard. I was watching porn. My shit started getting hard. Or at least harder. My shit was just getting hard. So I'm just sitting here like, oh shit. Then I go and I look at her shit and then my shit literally goes limp. I haven't ever seen some shit like that before in my life. It was funny as fuck. But in reality, I was just literally saying like, yo, like, I told Keisha from that long ago I ain't really want to fuck her. And I still told her from that long ago, I was like, I want to take shit slow.
It seems
And the thing is that like,
is still
I'll
as good
talk
as
to her
ever.
on and off. So it's almost like she feels like, oh, well,
That's good to
it's
hear.
like she has no point in talking to me if I'm not gonna fuck her. That's literally the way Tanisha is. Like, she just demands the dick from me. Because then she'll be like, she'll be sitting there, she'll be
You're
feeling
welcome.
on it. Also, the shit, she'll be
Tainari
like,
has
okay,
excellent
well, this
medical
shit is
skills,
good, this shit is
and
well,
Kale is
all
quite
that shit,
attentive.
so why won't you fuck me?
It was the best place
And I'll
for
be
you.
sitting here, I'm like, I already told you, like, I'm not just trying to pop up and fuck you. Not like I haven't done it, but
I'm
like,
meeting
if
some
you're a
people.
person that I want in my life, or if I want to continue to keep fucking you,
I've already
it's
talked
just
with
like,
Candy
it's
Sand,
just
the
like,
village chief.
I don't even really like you
They're
enough,
still at the
but I
usual
do like
place.
you in a
You can
sense.
go there if you'd like to
So
see
it's just
them.
like, I have to build
But you
myself
know one of the
up to
people
that
I'm meeting as
capacity.
well.
So it's just like, and I didn't even really desire to have sex with
My
Tanisha
friend
specifically.
suddenly
I
appears in the
just like
desert.
conceptually wanted sex
Don't
with
tell me you've run
someone
into
that was
trouble and need us
similar
to
to
help
Tanisha.
now.
So it was just like, I wouldn't have really minded kind of just like cucking the body of Tanisha.
Oh.
Just because like I would just
know
cuck the
me?
body, but I didn't really give a fuck about her titties. And like, her gut wasn't terrible.
worry.
And her
These
ass
are
isn't that
friends.
big, but it's
No
big
need to be
enough.
so guarded.
So it was just
I
like,
see.
to me personally, it just wasn't even a worthy fuck, to be honest. Cause like
I'm
I felt
doing
like I'd have
well.
been doing more
Many
damage
good
to
things have
myself and to my
happened
spirit to really fuck a bitch
Same
like
here.
Tanisha.
Really, I feel that my whole
And then on
life
top
will
of that,
start to
like,
shine after suddenly
I gotta say,
finding
I'm
a
like,
new direction.
it'd be so hard for me to stick my dick in that. And on top of that, I was so disrespected because every time she
Yeah.
gave me a condom, like, that
go
shit would
ahead.
honestly hurt.
All right. Well,
I can feel how
suppose I should
small it is.
start
I'm
by
not putting that
saying
shit on.
I've decided
And
to
on
leave
top of
the
that, like,
academia.
it'd probably make and get me hard, specifically just off of the fact that, like, it's choking my shit and it's causing that blood to flow.
It's not
So
that
it
I've given
literally
up on
was like,
being
it
a
almost felt
scholar.
like it was a setup trick
Instead,
that she
you
knew
could
I
say I
wouldn't
found
ever
a new
want to fuck her.
identity.
Because I would have already done
I
it.
will no
Because
longer
you already
pursue
technically
research like a
offered that
typical
shit from mad
scholar,
long ago.
but I
Not
have
even
not
technically
completely
did.
given up on my
And Darnell
relationship
walked
to
past the
knowledge
day that
either.
she did, and that was the only day I really walked with her.
I can
And
see
sat
what
at
you're
like her
saying
grandma's
now.
crib. And we were just outside, we didn't go inside. But pretty much she was like, yo,
I
nobody's
plan to
home, like,
leave
we
the
go sit and
academia
fuck right
and
now.
return to teach
And I was
here
just,
in the
and I just
desert.
said outside, like, you know, nah, I'm not trying to go outside. Like, to be honest, like, tempting,
Sitar,
because it's just like,
returned
especially
some
back
more
then, I
education
probably would
here
have,
and
but
teach people from
I
the
was just
desert.
sitting there like, I was just more
She can't
dull
teach
at that
everyone
point.
on her own,
So it's just
but
like,
many of us Eremites offer Sumeru.
I just more so
Discuss a
feel like,
collaboration with me and hope
nah,
that
I feel like I have a
could
better
bring your
chance now
ideas
than
to
I
the
did back then.
Eremites.
Because back then, like,
Yes,
I wasn't
it's
really
my hope
pressed
that
about
the
something.
Eremites can help me
I
select a
really
group of smart
wasn't. It
people
was
with the
just like,
best aptitude for
it was just
teaching.
like she kind of
I'll
just walked
teach
around
them,
like she was
and
that
after
bitch.
they
And I was
finish
just like,
learning from me,
so like I
they
thought it
can
was
go
cool, but
educate
at the
more
same time, every time
people.
she opened her mouth, I
That is the
hated
true
it.
meaning
Like
of
it was
education,
just like if
spreading
I saw
knowledge.
Tanisha like, without
The
her
people of
face,
King
without her
Jessup suffer
hair,
from sandstorms,
and then
exile,
like
and
she probably a little
illness.
bit slimmer,
Miss
and
Atari
then like
is
you
more
probably
than
just
welcome
cut
to come
like
teach you.
her
Her
fucking
arrival is like a
her
star
waist
shining in the
from
desert
her
night.
like to her neck or
The
whatever's
stars have
left.
always guided
Then like
caravans, thieves, soldiers, and
maybe
travelers who
I
get
would
lost in the
fuck.
night. They lead those
But
in the
it's just
dark
like
out
I
of
don't
trouble
even know then
back to
because it's just like I
safety.
might have to put like
Oh,
a
please.
pole,
Where's all of
or
this
maybe
coming
if her
from? I'm
spine
starting to
returns to like a
feel
really strong like
embarrassed.
pole that I could hold
You
on
deserve these
to, then it's
compliments.
just like maybe.
Mercenaries
But
are
then it's just
accustomed
like,
to
or maybe I
danger
could
and
put
don't
a
fear
plunger
death,
on her waist.
which is why we
Maybe
recognize
that.
extraordinary
Something
actions
it would just have
that
to be
common people would
something,
easily
you
overlook.
know. Then it's just like maybe I'm
Zataria's
like okay,
idea
I
will
can
bring
fuck
much
with
good
it.
to many
But at the
people.
same time, it was just
At
like
first,
I
I
felt
feared
like
it
her
was
shit was
destined
so
to fail.
unfuckable
Everyone knows
that
the
it's just like
academia
I would
doesn't allow
have to get her
scholars to teach in
pregnant
the
in order
desert
to
without
do it.
permission.
Because I feel
As
like
you
after I
know,
did it
all
the first
knowledge is
time,
under their
if I nutted
surveillance and
outside of her,
control,
I low-key
and
would have
very
like
few
hated
desert
me like
dwellers
I
are as
hated
lucky
myself.
as me.
I had to
But
genuinely,
what I heard
genuinely.
at that time has been
She's
haunting my
too
heart,
built
as
for
if
me
there
to
were
even
lightning
have to
bolts
keep pumping
constantly
kids into her
bombarding my
and enjoy her
soul.
shit and just argue with her all
Sataria,
day.
you tread a
But for me to
treacherous
really
path,
sit here and
and
try
the
to
longer
play
you
like,
ignore
oh,
it,
like
the
I'm gonna
tighter
like
the
fuck with
academia's
you,
grasp
like
on
watch
you
you
will
all this other
become.
shit. Like she'll fuck with it,
Sataria,
but
why
then she'll
haven't you
just
gone
turn around
home?
2 fucking
Never
seconds
forget
later
that the desert that
and
belongs
just
to
start
you
mad
is
problems and
elsewhere.
issues. But I don't really want to talk to her like that. You know what I mean? Like.
These words
It was
sparked
like
something
sometimes
in
fucking
me,
some of her
and I
friends
knew
weren't
that I
that
had to bring
terrible,
something
to be
back to my
honest. Cause
people
like I
after
could read
going
their
home.
bills, and I'm like, you're not
I
even that
gathered up the
bad. Like
courage
I
to
would
approach
fuck
the
you.
Grand Sage,
Cause like they'll low
only
key
to
kind of
find
like
that he was no
throw
longer
hands
at the
and settle shit and
academia.
shit like that, and I'd be
Lord
like,
Sino
I
told me that
could,
his
don't
daughter
get me
didn't
wrong,
belong there anymore.
but it genuinely requires me fucking with
Azar
them
has
for
received much
and
needed
then fucking with them,
punishment.
and I was just like, that was such a
Though,
long
if
process.
you
I was
ask
like,
me,
it wasn't even worth it.
it
Cause I
may
saw
have
this
been
and then saw the way they
too
looked, and I was just like, you're not terrible, but that
You
I like
probably
that
have
shit is
already
not
heard.
necessary for me to want to fuck with you.
Lord
It's
Sino
just more
helped
so
me
for the
obtain
fact that
permission
for
to
you to
leave the
communicate
academia
really
for the
fuck with
desert
Tanisha,
and accompany
it's
me
just
here
what it
to
would be.
discuss collaboration
Like I
with
might
members
as
of
well
the
fuck with
airmates.
both of them, cause like
My
at that
plan
point,
was able to
literally
go
fucking her is
smoothly
just like
thanks
damn
to
near
him and
nothing.
Raman.
Literally, it's like damn near nothing. My whole issue though was that like she damn near
Aside from
started
that,
punishing
I
me
also
for
have
not
some other
fucking with her.
business
Cause
to
honestly, the
discuss,
only reason I went
Sino.
over there was cause she
Master
like
Lord Kusanali has
fed
allocated
me, let
many
me sleep over
resources
there,
to
let me in the
support and
house, and
develop the
then
desert.
literally sparked me up
I've
every
done
single
some
fucking
business
time.
for her,
And as soon as she told me
and
that I
part of
couldn't
it
smoke weed with her
required
no
the
more,
assistance of the airmites.
she was just like,
I
she was
applied
like,
for a
first she
few
was like, I don't want you
batches
to
of
smoke the weed, I
educational
tweet.
materials from the
And then she was like,
academia,
oh nah, like
and
let me
sent them
like,
to
I
several
don't smoke
groups
weed
in the
with me
desert,
no more.
as
I don't like when
instructed
you're
by
high.
Lesser Lord
And then I
Kusanali.
was just like,
I
cause she
believe
told
the
me
people
dance,
will
and
make
she was
good
just like, I
use
don't
of
really
that.
like it. And I was just like, what if I
That's
didn't fucking sober?
exactly what the
And
people
then I
here
was just
need.
like, so there's an issue. And she
Physical
kind of kept
books and
looking at
other
me
related
stupid.
items.
And I was just
If
kept
it weren't
looking
for
at her, and I
Sino
was
and
just like,
Lesser
yeah, I'm
Lord
not playing with
Kusanali,
you.
I'm afraid
So
we'd
it's
never
just
be
like I
able to
came
get
back
our hands on
again,
them.
had her make me a fucking
Apart from
sandwich.
this,
This wasn't a sandwich.
the
Really.
academia is
I had
also
her make me like
recruit
a burger.
scholars that are
Because I
willing
was
to
just
teach
like,
in the
nah, I'm
desert.
hungry. Or if like, I don't even
I'll
know if
let
I
you
said I
and
was hungry. I
Zatarian
think she
know
was
as
just
soon
like,
as I have
oh,
any
I
more
gotta make
news.
something to eat, and asked me
We
if I could
must
go
be
to the store.
persistent
I
about
paid
this,
for like bread
and
and
maintain
cheese
these
and
resources
cash,
to ensure
and
long-term
then she
effectiveness.
fucking came, dropped that
This
shit off.
is
She
the
tried to take me
first
back
time
for it. I
in
was like, nah, you
hundreds of
good.
years we've
I don't
had a
want you to take me
glimmer
back
of
for it at
hope.
all. I'm good. Cause
I
I paid her
think
back
this
for
may
her
be the
Uber and
turning
shit like
point
that.
for the
And
desert.
she tried to cash out me
Remember
money
these
before, and I had to
words.
send that shit back.
Here
But I was like, I
lies
paid for
our
that shit in
faithful
cash. I was
priest
just like, you can just
Kasala.
take this and just know I'm not
His
coming back no
wisdom is a
more. But I
miracle
didn't say it.
among
I
the
was just like, I was cool, and then I just
deserving
like
of
left
high
it on her own.
praise
And I just
and
stopped talking to her
admiration.
for real. Like I would
I
just
hope
sometimes
you will
occasionally
wisdom
text her
like
back,
that
but then she
priest
just
will
slowly
rise again
kept
among
blowing
the
my shit
desert
up,
dwellers.
kept going through like
Then we'll
kept
once
sending me
again
long
see the
messages,
wisdom and
I wouldn't
glory
even realistically
what
like
shook the
care
world.
too much.
Enough
I would just
about
kind of
us.
sit here
Are
and
you
be
here to
like,
discuss some business too?
I would just kind of sit here and be like, yo,
No,
it is what it fucking is, cause like
wanted to write to
I just be like dead ass.
She
So
wasn't
it's
sure
like,
where the letter should be sent, so
oh
she
shit,
asked
I didn't
us
like
to come find
open that
everybody
shit. But yeah,
personally. A
I guess she
celebration piece will be
unblocked
held
me.
in 2 days
Like,
at the Grand Bazaar. She hopes
yeah,
that
cause
all
I'll just be
will
like,
be able
yo,
to
cause like
attend. At the feast, we'll
I'll just
also
be
be
sitting here like
celebrating
it's
China's
just kind of
reinstatement
like,
of General Mahamatra.
yeah, I was looking at dick. I'm not gonna
Although,
lie.
judging from your
Yeah,
appearance,
cause I literally went out of my way to call her
you've
babe.
been reinstated.
What are you doing?
Paimon thought you would only
Yeah,
start working
I went out
for
of my
the
way to call her babe.
Academia
I was being a
after
dickhead. I'm not gonna lie.
the feast.
Celebration? Feast?
Yeah, I was just genuinely being like an absolute dickhead. Because like literally, look, you gotta even see the way I said it. Like, I put the question mark in between the periods. Like, I wasn't really fucking with her. And then like, cause it's just like, look at all the shit she was sending me before. And I just looked at all that shit, and I just kept, I wasn't responding. Because just like, yeah, it's just low key like, I just kind of just been like a dickhead. I'm not gonna lie to you, but because like I just don't really like text her back, and it's always been like that. High key, it's just always been like I don't really text her like that. But yeah, um, yeah, but she's like, listen, I'm not playing games with you no more. But that's the shit I talk about, like that game shit that like people be doing in life, where they really try to throw up movie scenes and shit like that. It should be crazy to me. But yeah, that's the reason I'll switch the vibe up, and then usually it's just like, and then I just leave it leave, and I just wouldn't even really care no more. And I would just be like, you know how much I just genuinely don't care. I just genuinely, like, I left everything that was over there. I left it over there. I never cared to come back for it. Cause I was just like, whatever it is, keep it. Whatever it is, toss it. Whatever it is, 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 whatever. Yeah, I'm about to say, you see how I played this? Be like, yes, 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 yes. You see the work. You see the work. Yes, Jalil. Yes. Drake. Yes. I be mentally feeling like they be here with me, and I don't mind cucking just the fact that like there's people that I miss in my life, and like they've done things that like I've like appreciated enough, wanted to like just carry on a part of their spirit and memory on with me. So it's just like if I just have that, and this is just what I think of them, or that thought process I have of them, that's fine. So it's just like I just make sure I try to read situations as soon as I fucking get there, and I just be sitting here like it just is what it is. Yeah, I just be like, it is just what it is. But yeah. No, I'm not. That's not like my issue. It's just, none of this is realistically my issue. None of this is. Yeah, I'm just like tempted to try and read it because I was just like, oh, it kind of got like, yeah. See, I'm type blanking out too. But like, yeah, I'm just kind of like trying to really like look at this sometimes because I'll just be sitting there like, yeah, because like, yo, because this shit was just like, yeah, because like I try to, but I try not to also. But yeah. Either way though, I be chilling. I'm not necessarily really tweaking. Because, yeah, I also did, I went out of my way. And I went out of my way. I always do this shit. I go out of my way to try to be as clear as possible on occasion. It was just like, I switch up the language very often as fuck. But, yeah, like, it's just more so just the fact that, like, I was just sitting there, I was like, oh, I want several baby mamas. You feel me? I want a bunch of baby mamas, but, like, more so it's just like, if I say I want to take care of my kids, I'm realistically just talking about my bitches for real. And like the little girls, cool, but like at the same time, like my mentality for the guys is just to kind of like send them away for the most part until they come back old enough to just treat me like, you know, they comrade, like treat me like they buddy for real. Cause it's just like at the same time, if like you don't like me for not being there for you or being around you, then you don't understand myself. Because as I grew up, it was just like I grew up without a dad, and then look at the world around you. It was just like everybody technically plays God in their own way, shape, or form. Cause it's just like you have like in your house, like you listen to somebody who has absolute control, who could beat you and technically damn near murder you. And these people hit you with the brought you into the world and will take you out. So like I specifically be saying that shit. I'd be like, yo, like this is the type of shit I would do. Cause I literally went out. I told you I went out of my fucking way, bro. Went out of my fucking way. Cause I specifically said it. I was just like every single level you get to, every single anime that you're in, it's all single player. Every single last one is single fucking player. Cause it's just like it doesn't realistically matter to me, and that was the reason I was like attempting to tell people shit like that. But I just be like, it is just what it is, to be honest. But like, that was the reason like I was just like I don't really fuck with her. Cause like in their base form, that's the reason I play Among Us and everything. Because like once I started playing Among Us like real life, I just like everybody's language, people's language barriers started to flip.
She really didn't
Literally,
know.
people's language barriers fucked around and started
This
to flip.
feast is for you.
And this is the reason I said
Sounds
this.
to
Because
me
I was
like
just
you'll
like,
have to be
you gonna
there.
have to see this. You gonna have to see
It's rare
this.
to see that kind of
I
expression
was
from
just
Lord
like,
Sino.
oh nah,
You must
this
not
is
like
for
feast very
babies
much.
to get away
No,
with
not
it.
really. But I'll go.
Cause like I'll be sitting there looking like, oh hell no, there's no way you thought you was about to hop up and dip. Yo, I told you, cause bitches like this, yo, They pissed me the fuck off. And I think it's just like, I mean, yeah, technically. And that's the reason I would just do this shit. Because I was just like, it really wasn't even that deep. Obviously. Oh, in this picture right here that I have of Auntie, obviously, I could let you guys know, dead ass. Mentally, I asked her to pose for it, and she would. She just did. Like back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and came and whispered in my ear, like, I wish. Because I would be like, yo, that's crazy. I would genuinely dog that shit right now. Like, in my head, and she just came up to me, looked me to the side. It was kind of like my whole perspective changed, and she was just like, I wish. And we kind of just sat there for a minute, and it was just like, that shit was just kind of crazy to me. Because, like, the more and more people did shit like that, the more and more visions and shit that I would see, and the deeper of a thought pattern that I would begin to manifest. That was the reason that I was sitting here. I was just like, I don't necessarily, like, have an issue. I'm not necessarily bothered with this because, like, it's just, like, I see that it's just, like, this type of shit literally kind of, like, builds my character. But not necessarily, like, builds my character, like, oh, it builds my character. It was just more so just the fact that, like, fuck. I'm trying to look for something. Obviously, I can't. Oh, it's here. But yeah, it was just more so just like, it just kind of just got to a point that I was just kind of sitting here and I was just like, yo, like, I need help. I'm trying to get this done. Cause I was trying to tell people like sex is such a big thing. Cause like it literally connects people spiritually. So like, sometimes it gets to a point that it's just like, this person is saying this thing right here. You fuck this person, then technically this person is going to be saying a lot of stuff that you're saying. That's the reason some people be like, oh, don't fuck yourself, don't like, just stick your dick in whatever, bitch. You got to really learn to play the game because life genuinely went out of his phone. Oh, and I paid her back for that. I genuinely paid her back for that because I was just like, whoa. Yeah, I was like, she sent that shit to me. I was just like, whoa. I paid her back. I was just like, yeah, nah. Because, like, I went out of my way to make sure I did. Because I was just like, because it got to a point that I realized that money had power, too. Because, like, not that I didn't know it had power, but I'm like, money has power. So, like, what would happen is, like, so, like, my grandpa would do this, right?
Besides, I need
Because,
to
like,
look
my grandpa,
after
he
Miss
gave me
Satara
money,
in
and
the
then, like,
desert, so
I gave me
I'll
cash.
have to pass.
And
I'm afraid I won't
literally,
be able to join you. Although, if you'd be so kind, please
Oh,
give
yeah,
a
here we go.
message to Miss Nilu for me.
Here we go.
The messengers. I'm sorry for how I treated you before.
Yeah.
But now
And
I
then, like,
understand the
I bought
beauty
an
of your
ape
dance.
off of,
It's like a light shining in the sky.
off of,
You and the art you
but yeah,
symbolize
no,
are
I
not
would, I
only
see the man.
beautiful,
I
but
see the
also
man. She was in her
lively
old
and
lady suit. I
powerful.
fucking loved
So
it.
much so that it was
Fucking loved
prohibited.
it. I know.
Please
She was in
keep
her old
dancing,
lady suit. That shit
and
had me
someday I'll be able to
insane.
appreciate your art
Insanity.
in person.
So, like, I was just sitting there and I was talking shit on her too. And she just said that she looking real depressed. I was looking like, oh man. Fuck. Shit I would do to you.